Hello and welcome to the first episode of the Westchester Knicks post-game wrap-up for the 2015-2016 season. Ian Sacks here alongside Antonio Coppola, and the Westchester Knicks showing a gritty performance, beating the Erie Bayhawks 83-79. Antonio, the Knicks down by 15 on multiple occasions in this game, but then come out with a 4-point victory. What was the difference first half versus second half?
Well, and we saw here in the first half the team struggled mightily. Not only did the team have 12 turnovers, but they shot less than 30% from the field. And when your team's turning the ball over, not making baskets, it's really hard to get a run going and establish a lead.
They imposed their will on the game. They set the tone for how the game was going to go. And I'm not sure in the initial that we were maybe ready for that.
Ian, then you look at the second half. 50% from the field, not turning the ball over, taking care of the ball, and passing. The ball movement was great. They were creating a lot of chances, both in transition, around the arc, making three-pointers, and that's really what got the Westchester Knicks going in the second half and propelled them to the win.
Now, Antonio, two of the big pieces for the Westchester Knicks in pulling this victory out. DeJuan Summers, 30 points and 11 rebounds, and Travis Trice, 21 points, 7 assists. How important are these two guys for getting the Westchester Knicks offense going?
Well, let's start with DeJuan Summers. And you mentioned his double-double. He really imposed his will in the second half. He was not to be stopped. You saw him earlier on in the first half, kind of playing inside in the paint, wasn't getting anything going. He came out in the second half. The team moved the ball as a whole, and they found him around the arc. He was able to hit some big three-pointers.
I can play a lot of positions. It shows my versatility, but, you know, those type of statistics can't be possible without your teammates. You know, Travis found me in a lot of key spots.
Ian, then you look at Travis Trice, 10 points through the first 3 quarters of the game. He comes out in the fourth quarter, 11 points. He really imposed his will, again, on the offensive end, finding his teammates, and he was able to hit that 3-point shot. He had a 4-point play from outside the arc that really got the Knicks going on their run.
Antonio, we've talked a lot about the Knicks offense, but one thing that you have to talk about today is the Knicks defense holding Erie scoreless over the final 4:55, which propelled them into that run. How important was the defensive side of today's game?
Well, the defense was absolutely tenacious in the fourth quarter. And we mentioned Travis Trice on the offensive side of the ball. He also pitched in the fourth quarter with a couple steals that really helped the Knicks. And Sean Marshall, another player that stands out, only shot 1 of 10 from the field. It was great to see him contribute in other areas of the game. He had a couple huge blocks and a couple huge steals that really helped the Knicks get this win.
There's so many possessions. I think you have to adapt, adjust, and evaluate. I don't think there's ever a game where you can just keep the same mindset and keep doing the same things. You constantly have to, whether it be with rotations and foul trouble, whether it be, the other team's doing something that's really bothering you.
Westchester now 2-0 on this season, and Antonio, after a 10-40 year last year, is there a different culture around this organization?
Oh, without a doubt, Ian. You see it when the players take the floor. The whole mentality, the whole culture of the entire franchise is different, and it all goes back to coaching. Mike Miller coming in here with experience from the San Antonio Spurs D-League affiliate. He's bringing a whole new mentality to this team, and you see it. They're off to a 2-0 start. They've protected their home floor, and it can only get better from here.
Well, the Westchester Knicks will be back here still at home on Friday night as they host the Sioux Falls Skyforce. But for Antonio Coppola, I'm Ian Sacks, wrapping up the Westchester Knicks 83-79 win over the Erie Bayhawks.